Hello, caller. Yes, you're on the air. Air. Hello, caller. Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah. The whole prison issue is so deeply rooted in my soul. Because, I'll tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I had a friend, a buddy, a son, named Phill. And this guy was such a great guy. He went to prison for no reason. For no reason, allegedly stealing a car. He didn't. He did not steal this car, per se. And in prison now, and his foot was cut off.
His throat?
His foot.
Did you say throat?
His foot.
His foot was cut off.
Right, by someone in there who was crazy. And,
Oh my God.
no, this guy never harmed anyone. It's just unbelievable.
Yes. You know, there's a lawsuit going on statewide that's been sponsored, I believe, by the ACLU and some other folks that's calling for more money to be spent basically for public defenders' offices. The state spends all sorts of money on prosecutors, on evidence technicians, on police, on all sorts of things to get people in prison. But very little money is spent allowing public defenders, get a very small budget to take on the cases that they take on. They don't have funds for evidence technicians. They don't have funds for expert witnesses. All that is supplied to the prosecutor. And there's currently a lawsuit going on across the state about that to force the state to allow funds for the defendants as well as the prosecutor, that under the system, under the U.S. Constitution, you have a right to a fair trial. You can't get a fair trial in this system the way that it's set up. The rich set the bail and the poor go to jail. So that's the bottom line. Okay, I'm going to go to the next caller now, if you hold on a minute.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
I agree so much.
Okay, caller, you're on the air. Thank you.
My favorite.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, I have a really full package story. First of all, I was in the school system,
Yes.
and I was a teacher for 29 years,
Yes.
and then I just got laid off, no explanation.
Uh-huh.
I just got let go, because I wasn't part of the union, and I'm really mad that I wasn't part of the union, so I just say that. And then, see, what happened next was I went home, I got a letter saying that my house was being foreclosed. I was like, oh,
My
come on.
God.
So I went to court, and I fought it, and see, I actually fought the judge, who broke his nose, and sent me to jail. It was the worst year of my life.
Oh, you've had everything that we've been talking about happen to you.
Exactly.
That's horrible. What happened did you get out of jail okay?
Yeah, it was only a year.
Uh-huh. Well, a year is a long time in prison,
It is.
in jail.
I didn't see my kids for a whole year. And that's tough.
And that was fighting for your home.
Yeah.
That's
Literally fighting.
horrendous. And what's so ironic about the situation with the home foreclosures is that once they're foreclosed, the banks that foreclose on them, or the city, the governments that foreclose on them, especially the bank foreclosures, do not take care to make sure the houses are preserved. They don't board them up. They leave them open to people to strip them. Now, that's the level of poverty that's in the city. I'm not really condemning people that are stripping the houses because they're getting what they can to survive. But the banks, where you had a house, where you had a neighborhood that was a thriving neighborhood, where people knew each other and lived together, where families grew up, now you have skeletons of neighborhoods throughout this city because of the greed of the banks.
I had to get an apartment in a building I don't really like.
Yes,
My kids and my wife, they left me. It's tough.
yes, I'm so sorry. I know you're one of many, many people being affected by this crisis.
But again, Diane, you're the greatest.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your call.
What?
Okay.